Welcome back, everybody, to round 4 of the GPT for GP Cleveland here at Nerd Rage Gaming tonight. I'm your host, Andrew Donnelly, with my co-host,
Mad Dog, M. Dizzle, Medical Doctor, Matt Dow.
Matthew Dow. And we are bringing you some standard action here in round 3 with Shane Rigsby playing Mardu Control and Joe K here playing UWR Burn. This will be an interesting matchup.
We got some Quasi decks coming out.
These are some
3-0.
interesting
These are
decks.
the last 2 undefeated players, or three of the last 3 or 2 of the last 3 undefeated players. MaxCon being the other one.
Correct.
These aren't decks that I would consider very standard game decks that you see in standard.
Sure.
The blue-white-red burn deck I think is similar to stuff that Conley Woods has been trying to
Get
together here with Dictate of the Twin Gods to just
blow your opponent out.
out.
Yeah.
And then Shane, going back to the Mardu days, but not playing the Rabble Master Seeker mid-rangey or aggro deck. He's on a more control-ish deck.
It looks almost like a Mardu Super Friends list.
Yeah, it is like a Mardu Super Friends list. So I think in this matchup, I think that Joe has the advantage here.
Okay.
He has Dictate of the Twin Gods and a bunch of burns, and Shane doesn't really have too many ways to interact with Dictate of the Twin Gods and a lot of burn. His deck is kind of slow. He does have Stormwrath Dragon and Sorin, but Shane doesn't have Stoke the Flames or Lightning Strike to take advantage of Joe playing Dictate of the Twin Gods. And if you don't know what Dictate of the Twin Gods does, frankly, I don't blame you. But what it does is it doubles all the damage that anybody would take.
It's a Furnace of Wrath effect.
It is.
For 5 because you get the addition of it being able to be flashed in.
Indeed.
Okay.
So.
Oh, we're starting the game off.
Joe mulliganed, so Shane's going to be on the play.
Okay.
And we're leading off with Tri-Lands, so everybody has all their colors.
There's going to be a lot of colors, I believe. I mean, you have to imagine.
Colors, man.
We got a lot. We've got almost all the colors.
So these are 2 control-ish decks. Going to be a fair amount of playing lands tapped. Shane finally hit 3 mana. He has End Hostilities and in his hand, which not very good in this matchup. Joe has 1 Resolute Archangel to kind of stabilize so he can continue to throw flames at your face.
I have to feel like if I'm this Jeskai deck, I want to be doing damage already somehow.
I don't think so. I mean,
No?
Shane's not doing anything. Although if Shane plays Sarkhan,
That's an issue.
but I mean,
What do we have?
so I don't know if Shane knows what he's playing against. So I'm not gonna jam Sarkhan into Jeskai mana.
Correct.
He's got double blue to dissolve. I'm not just gonna jam one of my threats into open mana.
Well, Shane's double fetching here, so he wants to play
He's
something.
gonna play a 4-drop or a 5-drop. He has Sorin at the 4, 2 of those, and 3 Sarkhans, and then he also has 4 Stormbreath Dragons.
Sure.
Stormbreath Dragons actually pretty good against Joe. The only cards he has really to deal with it, well, he's got End Hostilities and Stoke the Flames. He also has Deflecting Palm, which does actually hit Stormbreath Dragon, because even though it's white, because it doesn't actually target.
You will get blown out by that card. Especially, not to mention if a Dictate was flashed in the turn before and you go to attacks, and I have a Deflecting Bulb.
No, once a Dictate comes in, I'm just never attacking.
You just don't attack, right?
So Shane was just cracking those fetches to thin, and he sure enough doesn't care. On the YOLO plan, I got all the threats, baby.
Wants to jam every Storm Breath. Here he goes. Go to sit
So
attack.
this is not good for Joe. Resolve Stormbreath, and he doesn't have a Stoke the Flames. He better hope to have a untapped 5th land and Hostilities, but Shane has a backup Stormbreath Dragon, so Joe's under some pressure here. And remember, he did mulligan to 6, so piecing together those 5 lands and then a spell somewhat more difficult when you mulligan.
A Chandra.
So, I don't care.
Interesting. So he's going to ping Shane for 1?
Yep. And I imagine Shane is now just going to... Alright, so the question here is, do you just jam the other Stormbreath Dragon, or do you play around Wrath? I think I just play around Wrath. Yeah. Shane correct here, I think, to play around Wrath of God, or Rend Hostilities.
There's just no need to continue to
No.
roll out.
Especially when your opponent isn't doing anything, and you could just get rid of the card that he just played last turn for less mana.
Yeah, there's just no reason. I mean, you never want to... You just never want to roll more creatures into a Wrath effect than you need to. It's just not necessary. So we're going to see Joe gain a life.
Boom. There we go. This is how we'll deal with Stormbreath Dragon.
Just gain life off lands.
Gain life.
Off all your tap lands.
Where's the dictate that allows you to gain double life when you gain life?
I don't believe that's a dictate.
No, well, they should have made it.
That the white dictate is the one that gives all your creatures +2/+2.
Yeah. That dictate actually saw a lot of play last weekend, too.
It did.
In the Naya Token set.
You are correct.
So, Shane drew a Magma Jet, has a Sarkhan. I actually think playing Sarkhan here isn't terrible. Once again, playing it open mana, but he didn't care the first time, so why care?
He's not going to care now.
Just doesn't. I think Shane, knows what's up. He's probably seen.
What do we see here?
Magma Jet?
Jet? You?
Sure,
Jesus.
dude.
Drops Shane to 15.
Oh, man.
Scry's 2.
So he's just going to take 8, and then he's just going to be pretty dead. Going to go to 5, and he needs a spell that kills a creature and a planeswalker.
Unless he's not taking...
Oh, boom!
Oh, boy!
Now, could we have redirected the damage to Sarkhan?
You may. Yes.
Nice. Could have put him a 1. We could have did that a little differently there.
So Shane's going to drop down to 11. Or are we waiting on a judge call?
No. Yeah, we're waiting on a judge call. It doesn't target, though, so you are able to do it on Stormbreath Dragon.
Or is he looking to... So he's looking to redirect it here, I believe, is the judge call?
You can redirect it, I believe.
You can.
I don't know.
Yes.
It's got a lot of text, though, and I'm pretty bad at reading.
No, he's going to do it.
And I think if we're going to redirect it, then maybe we should have done it, see, the problem is can we... Oh, this Planeswalker, Sarkhan is so weird. Like, if he's indestructible, so I can't kill him with, like, a Magma Jet.
Well, both of these players now ignoring the dice that we need them to use for life totals, so we're trying to figure out. It doesn't look like he...
Yeah, no, it looks like he just shot it at his face.
Shot it at Shane's face. Okay, so life total still stands. 11-9.
I don't think they're keeping track of anybody's life.
Well, there they go. Now they're doing
good.
it.
Thank you.
They're at least writing it down in their books.
Yeah,
to help us.
But we still need an answer to two differing threats, which is kind of a planar cleansing. Boom. There we go.
Do we have Jeskai? We have Jeskai charms. We've got Pro White, so that's not helping us. We can always Jeskai charm the Sarkhan.
Yeah, but we still have the other guy to deal with.
The Stormbreath, right? Yeah. And this, I guess you deflecting palm it again when it.
Just
put him down within burn range.
So if we have 2 deflecting palm lightning strike, we just kill him.
Yeah. Yes. You just kill him. I mean, you Jeskai charm the Sarkhan, ship it away. What do you got?
No, you don't even have to do. Just.
Oh, you just deflecting palm shoot him?
Deflecting palm lightning strike him.
So we're tapping for 5 here.
Yeah, where does this die here? Is it dig through time?
I don't.
We're gonna go to 1, and our opponent playing Mardu isn't gonna have any burn spells. This seems like a hope and a prayer that is not going to work out for Joe Kutsunis. Which another thing that's interesting is this does have a top 8, correct?
I believe it does, yes.
So it's interesting that the 3-0s decided to play, because they could just probably double draw into top 8.
I believe Max is going to attempt a double draw, right? That was his plan?
But he got paired down, so...
Oh, not good. Yeah. Not good for the pair down. Okay, so we saw the dig through time. Didn't see what he took, though.
I don't know. I don't think it's going to matter. I think Jane is going to play another Stormpress Dragon.
Yep!
Which seems like overkill, but...
That is gonna... This is going to be a lot of damage.
Like, that's a bad line by Shane.
Okay, so
there we go. I guess he had a deflecting palm, and that's why he played like that. He had the deflecting palm plus mountain.
So Joe goes down to 1.
Yeah, Joe goes to 1, but Shane's
Shane
at
at
7.
7.
And Shane's within lightning strike, stoke the flames.
I guess no. Well, lightning strike, stoke the flames. Jeskai charm, stoke the flames. What?
Yeah. Or I'm gonna.
Oh, jeez! And then the Resolute Archangel to put myself at 20. Oh man, is that on the one of?
But that's not even bad for us.
No, I know, but still, you just got Resolute.
It doesn't matter. He's still on a 2-turn clock, and clearly he doesn't have the spells amassed to kill us, or else he would have just killed us.
Baby.
We could Crackling Doom and get in there for 12.
I am not even mad that just happened.
I'm not mad either. Our opponent clearly doesn't have the spells necessary to kill us. I'm like, Shane's like, oh well, I couldn't kill you, but
yeah.
My opponent has nothing.
So Crackling Doom. So actually, this is an okay line for Shane.
Right? Yeah, he's still on a 2-turn clock.
He's in a good position. I'm just saying, you play that Resolute.
He fogged for a turn. Our opponent fogged for a turn.
Correct.
It was a fancy fog and
So
cost us to spend a card that was just completely dead.
12, going down to 6, if I'm correct.
You are correct.
And then we're gonna jet you for 2, looking to just draw burn off the top and put you in a really bad spot. But Shane is still very low. What does Joe have in his hand?
Joe clearly.
He mains a 1 of Resolute in his deck.
Yeah.
A singleton, which is obviously he must have saw it off of the dig through time. So come on, you gotta have something. You got so many cards.
No, he doesn't. I mean, if he had something, he would have killed us last turn. Literally, any 2 spells on his deck.
I know.
Kill us.
Look at all this. I mean, Deflecting Palm, Jeskai Charm, Lightning Strike, Stoke the Flame. These are all 4-ups.
Yeah, and any of those cards
3
would have
Magma
killed
Jets.
us.
Oh,
Magma Jet doesn't kill us.
Magma Jet does not kill us. I just want to see the burn to the dome.
Well, I mean, I imagine that he's not slow rolling us here.
I don't believe he is.
He's not counting on his fingers how to get to. He's just
Oh.
trying to kill himself for as much damage as possible.
Now this is interesting. So he's keeping Deflecting
This is
Palm
interesting.
mana up. But now if Shane has burn, you're just dead to the burn.
Yeah, but you can Deflecting Palm burn, right?
I believe
It's
so.
it has target source.
Whenever the next source would deal damage to you, is that what it says?
Yeah. So here I just Magma Jet because this is good because now he's just dead. Yeah, that was a perfect draw.
That was a super good hand by
Because
Shane.
that can't even Deflecting. You
Right.
can Deflecting Palm by that way, don't die. Yeah.
So we'll go to game 2.
All right, so that was a special one.
That was an interesting. I mean, but then again, this is. I feel like this is the same thing that happened last week when we saw that Boros burn deck. Is people just are not prepared for some of these decks, and that's where you end up in a situation where these guys are both 3-0. You know what I mean? You've got both of them just playing card. I mean, Shane played incredibly aggressive that whole game. He didn't let off the gas once.
No, he knew his opponent didn't have any counterspells.
Correct.
And sure enough, his opponent only has 4 Swan Songs as counterspells in the entire main deck.
So what do we have for sideboards?
All right, here we go. We'll start with Joe's because I mentioned the 4 Swan Songs.
Yeah.
He has 3 Harness by Force, 3 Erase, 2 Aether Spouts, 2 Satyr Fire and Answer, 4 Swan Songs, and 1 Resolute Archangel. I'll let you handle this one because I have no idea what I would bring in.
I think if I'm Joe and I want to bring in things that are good, I don't know if I'm bringing the Swan Song. I would probably bring in the Harness by Force just because it's really good here. Seeing how low Shane got that previous game.
It's just another burn spell.
Well, not only is it another burn spell, but when I have an excessive amount of mana, if you're at 7, I have the Force. I'm going to take both your Stormbreath Dragons and kill you.
Yeah, alright, so we know he's taking out his anger to the guys. He's playing 3 of those. Those cards are just miserable.
Correct.
So we're bringing in 3 cards. Are we just bringing in 3 Harness by Force? Are we bringing in Aether Spouts? Are we bringing in the other Resolute Archangels so we can... Because I imagine Shane's going to take out some Crackling Dooms.
Sure.
But Resolute Archangel, what does it do?
It's really hit or miss.
It gains us a bunch of life. It can attack one of Shane's many Planeswalkers. But it doesn't block Stormbreath Dragon.
I would
gets
rather
blocked by Stormbreath Dragon. I'd still bring it in, I think. But it's a 7-drop. God, I don't even know.
I would rather use the Harness by Force to just take your own creatures and kill your Planeswalkers.
So you're on the play where it's like, Harness by Force is essentially a 4-mana burn spell.
Yes, correct. Not even.
But
Three.
it's
Red,
such
red,
a
one.
it's